Hey guys, so as promised, here is that tutorial on how to perform split opposites inversions rather than in wall plane like this in a wheel plane kind of place. Whoops. Almost like that. How about more like this? Yes, that's much better. Yeah, so here's where this fundamentally comes from. Playing around with inversions in split time same direction like this in wheel plane, when I switch this over to an atomic kind of orientation like this, one of those interesting things that I noticed was that fundamentally the series of movements is exactly the same. It just so happens to be that the line that my hand is moving across as it's doing it switches from being a horizontal line to being a vertical line, right? Otherwise, the series of like moving in and around the other hand and everything is exactly the same. So when it came to putting together the inversion in split opposites in wheel plane, I just think of it as having turned the whole thing around about 180 degrees, right? So one of the things that means is that when the right hand is initiating, rather than starting on the right side, it's going to be starting over here on the left side. In fact, you start this with your arms crossed. This was the kind of aha moment that made this come together for me. And to make that happen, what you're going to do is that right hand poi is going to reach up and in, and as it does so, you're going to notice that there's this lovely moment where the left hand poi gets in what feels like an almost introverted stroke in between the body and the arm as such, right? And once that happens, that becomes your excuse to separate out your arms to each of their native sides, right? One of the other interesting side effects of this is when you're performing this in split time same direction, when your left hand initiates, it's on the left side. When your right hand initiates, it's on your right side, yeah? Whereas when you flip it over, it means that the inversion gets initiated on just one side. So, for example, from here, I've decided to initiate it over on my right side. That means the other half of it is also going to be initiated on my right side. And to understand this part of it, you want to try and get down the split opposites inversion that happens with the poi going reverse split opposites, and your left hand getting in a, whatchamacallit, the beginning beat of it, yeah? And you'll notice that as you're doing this, there comes this moment that comes right here when your arms are kind of crossed over each other. And what usually happens when you're performing it is your right hand will then pop out of it to be able to get back in a position for the left hand to go underneath it, like such, right? We're going to do something slightly different. We are going to, instead of having the right hand pop back out into wall plane, it's going to pop off behind the shoulder. Let me show you that from the front. It looks kind of like this. Yeah? Now you'll note once we get here, it's very similar to where we started, except for the fact that the right hand is on top. So we need an extra beat to bring the right hand in between our arms and then back around to the outside, where of course we are set up to be able to do the movement, whoops, all over again, like such, yeah? It's a bit of a arm twisting exercise, I'm not going to lie. And it can be hard to find your way and very, very hard to avoid a tangle at certain places. But I guess kind of for scholarly value, I love the fact that it's there. So let me show you it a few more times here from head on. Whew. And from the side. Hang on. Cool. There you go. Thank you guys for watching, and hope this is some fun for some of you guys to discover on your own. Peace.